Hello, I'm Barbara, the cookery teacher. It's a miserable January afternoon and I feel like cooking. Fancy something that I can maybe take into the office next week and cut up and steal a little piece myself before. This is going to be what I call a tray bake, therefore you need a cake tin, and even though this is a non-stick cake tin, I suggest you put some lining paper. This baking parchment really has a bit of a mind of its own and it's quite difficult to do. People can't be bothered to draw around the base of the cake tin with a pencil. So here's a little tip. Fold up your piece of baking parchment and put the tip of the triangle into the centre and then just cut where you think the edge of the tin is with a slightly rounded shape and undo it, and that should give you a piece of parchment that is good enough to, let's put that on, good enough to line the cake tin. So there you've got a lined cake tin ready. Into the mixing bowl I'm going to put 100 grams of margarine. A little tip there is always to get your margarine out of the fridge in advance so that it's nice and soft and it mixes up well. Into that we're going to put 100 grams of soft brown sugar. That lovely treacly flavour is going to come there. I'm going to put 2 eggs. And we're going to put some lemon zest. Now it's tempting to think you just use any old part of the grater with the lemon, but this is the one that you want to use, the really finest part of the grater, and just keep rubbing. It seems as though nothing's coming off, but keep rubbing until you're just left with the white part of the lemon. And then use something like a little brush and brush out the little very, very flavoursome pieces of lemon zest. And the smell is fantastic. And it looks as though that's not going to do anything, but actually that tiny amount is going to make a big difference to the flavour of the cake. There's even a little bit left on here, and I'm going to make sure I brush that in. So you've got the zest of a whole lemon, and I'm going to use the juice of the lemon a little bit later for the topping, so we'll leave that by the by for the moment. Then we're going to put in some flour, and the secret ingredient of this cake is also a tablespoon of custard powder, and that's going to be sieved in because that's going to make the cake really a lovely yellowy colour. Now you've got the egg yolks there, but you'll also get extra yellowy colour from that. We're going to mix now for about maybe 15 seconds, just until that mixture comes together. Always start your mixer on slow until you get the mixture combined in the bottom of the bowl, and then as you can hear we can turn the mixer up. Turn it up and give it a real good whiz, counting to about 15. When it all seems to be mixed, then you can just lift the mixer slightly, speed it up and flick any of the mixture into the side of the bowl. Into there I'm going to put 90 grams of lovely juicy sultanas. So you've got lemon, you've got the vanilla custard powder, you've got that lovely dark brown sugar, so this is going to make a good tray bake. Let's pop that into the non-stick paper, dollop it all in, and you can use your same spatula then just to spread it out. See this non-stick paper, it makes your cake slip as well, you've got to be careful. So just spread it out gently. It's self-raising flour, so this is going to rise up. It's going to make a nice sort of thin, currenty slice. It should taste absolutely delicious. Now we're going to pop that in the oven, gentle heat, about 170, 180, just for about 20 minutes till it's golden on the top. I'll come back and show you how to do a very quick topping that'll make it even more delicious. Right, the cake's been in the oven now for about 20 minutes. I can tell that it's cooked because it's lovely, it's golden brown and it's just bouncy on top. And I've got my filling ready for it. Topping, it's topping really, not filling. I've got lots of sugar there, 75 grams of caster sugar, and into there I'm going to put in the juice of that lemon that we took the zest off. Here's my lovely foodie present that people buy me, a nice lemon squeezer from my sister-in-law. So in goes the lemon juice, And secret ingredient really, a little teaspoon, just the end, look how much I'm putting in there, just about that much. A little teaspoon of turmeric powder, which doesn't really have a massive amount of flavour, but it's quite good on the colour, as you can see. I'm going to pop all that into a saucepan and bring it to the boil. This one's just been on the stove. I'll just show you how hot this has got to be. Really, really hot. Coming up the pan with a really good boil. You could do this in the microwave if you wanted. Doesn't matter how you do it. But you can see I've got it really nice and hot. Into that, I'm just going to put a little tiny squirt at the last minute, just a squirt of golden syrup. If you haven't got syrup, you could use a little bit of marmalade, a little bit of lime marmalade, and then with a wooden spoon and just gently with the pan pour over the hot cake. Now this cake has just come out of the oven, remember, so I haven't let it go cold. It's nice and hot. I don't want to be bothering to ice it later on. I just want to get a topping on it that's going to be really good on that cake and help the cake keep. So I might eat a few slices of this and then I might take some into work next week. When it's done, I don't have to start making anything more fancy now for it. It's got this lovely juice on the top. Because there's so much sugar in that juice, as it cools, it'll start to almost make a crunchy layer on the top. Very flavoursome layer, and really should be a little bit different. And a little bit delicious.